Alright, so welcome to another unboxing, guys, and today we have the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. This is the latest and greatest from Samsung and also their flagship as well. So I recently just transferred to the S21 Ultra as my main daily driver. I really like this thing, really fast performer, good cameras as well. But of course, the Galaxy Buds Pro will be a nice partner with your S21 Ultra because, you know, Samsung to Samsung. So let's unbox this thing. Right, so of course, big thanks to Samsung PH for sending this over. Links down below for their shop. So it says Galaxy Buds Pro. You're getting that different design compared to the previous. So the previous has that kind of beans kind of design. So Samsung as well. Pretty minimalist box actually. Is the smaller box size. You have Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro at the back. You also have two-way speaker for rich sound, active noise cancellation, 5 to 18 hours, and also IPX7. Waterproof. So actually all black kind of design, and you have that kind of matte finish as well in the box. So we might be seeing that kind of configuration inside. All right, so this is the box itself, all matte in color, and at the back you're getting actually some manuals there, but let's put that aside. So you're getting the TWS right away. Putting that aside, let's look at what you get in the box first. It's actually pretty minimalist box overall. So you're getting a cable for your TWS, and actually the cable is kind of your typical Samsung cable. Feels good in the hand, and quite long as well. So actually the usual cables that I receive with TWS is a short cable, so it's a different cable in this. So you're getting a surplus of tips. So this kind of reminds you of maybe spiral dots in the tip. Actually quite good quality as well. It's pretty smooth overall. So this might be comfortable to wear on the air. And let's take a look at the TWS itself. And actually from the get-go, it's a pretty small TWS in terms of the case. So definitely smaller compared to maybe your Pamu, quite mini, definitely compact. And actually from the get-go, this feels good in the hand. Really feels weighty, has some weight to it, feels sturdy overall. And firstly, I do appreciate that kind of matte kind of design, so definitely a big plus for me. Definitely that is really welcome in this. And actually that kind of matte design, so this one advantage of getting same brand, you're getting a similar finish compared to maybe your S21 Ultra. So comparing it quickly with my S21 Ultra, as you guys can see, they have really similar finishes. If not, maybe the S21 is a little bit more glossy compared to this, but definitely on the outside, it's very similar in the finish. So if you're somebody who values, having consistency in their color scheming your stuff, this might be good for you. So actually at the back, you do get your USB-C, and also here, I believe this is your wireless charging, and it also says tuned by AKG. All right, opening it up. So this is the look that you're gonna get. That's cool. You actually have that glossy kind of design, you have that kind of contrast, and what's really nice about this is the opening. For me, is quite sturdy, so it doesn't feel cheap at all. So it has that thunk to it in terms of the sound. And actually at the top, you're getting a pretty thick top. So this is actually the issue sometimes with the other TWS that I have checked out. So the top feels kind of flimsy, but it's not like that here. This has some weight to it. So I'm not sure if there's a electronics at the top here, but it has a bit of weight. And also looking at the color itself, so you're getting that kind of gloss kind of color, and you're getting some matte. So for me personally, I do like to make it like matte and matte kind of color, and you're getting the charging light as well from the get-go. So actually, yes, a pretty minimalist kind of color overall. So yeah, compared to the AirPods, you have your advantages with the color here because it's a black kind of color. So some people may prefer that. I do like black kind of colors more than your white colors. That's just me. I like black colored gadgets for me. Whereas looking at the lobes itself, it's a minimalist kind of design again. So definitely no logos whatsoever, and I do like that. I like a minimalist kind of design. So I don't like, big logos on my IEMs, on my TWSs. So this is definitely welcome. And actually that gloss is just at the outside, but from the inside, you're getting a matte kind of finish. And actually what's surprising here, guys, in terms of the design of the lobes, it does go inside your ear. It's actually pretty long. So that's interesting. It might give you, better stability on the ear and also better isolation as well. So yes, in terms of the overall build quality, it's pretty nicely built. So definitely, yes, for the price, you're getting a premium kind of build quality. And I think, yeah, it's right up there with the, price in terms of the feel in the hand, the build quality overall. So for me, I don't have any major issues. This is a well-built TWS. Right now, I have it on my ear and the ANC kicked in right away. And actually on the ear, it's a pretty snug kind of fit on the ear. So definitely the stability is okay for me. So you can maybe do some minor running in this. But definitely if you're into more extraneous activities, you would want more fins. So you might want to, get more stability. But definitely for, maybe walking, some minor activities, this will stay on your ear. It's a pretty snug kind of fit. In terms of comfort, these are really comfortable to wear because it's quite breathable on the ear. It's not that large of a TWS. It's quite light on the ear as well, so I can see me wearing this for a long listening session. In terms of isolation, so definitely this has ANC, and I do like the ANC here overall. I would say it's a premium level of kind of ANC because sometimes for cheaper kind of TWSs, the ANC is a bit suffocating to listen to on the ear. You have that kind of suction on your ear. So this the better ANC for me. So the ANC is not that suffocating to listen to. It blocks out most of the noise. But it's pretty comfortable to wear. So for me, in terms of the fit and the wear on the ear, I don't have any major issues in this. This wears nicely on the ear. So if not, if there's just a bit more stability in this, I can use this for more extraneous activities. But otherwise, I do like it overall. It's a premiumly built kit. Alright, so now let's try to pair it with my S21 Ultra and listen to some tunes. Alright, so we now started to connect and it says reconnecting right away. So definitely the pairing experience is good in this. Very similar to maybe your Apples of the world. Alright, so what's nice is you get an app that you can control a lot of things with your TWS. So you can control the ANC, you can control ambient sound as well, and active noise cancellation also. There's also an equalizer here as well, gaming mode as well, so maybe better latency for you. Find my earbuds, much like my Samsung Smart Tag. And also there's an update for my TWS as well. And this is one advantage of having same brand gadgets. I didn't need to install the Galaxy app to be able to pair with this nicely. So the integration definitely is an advantage. So if you're a Samsung owner, this might be good for you as well. And also what's nice is you can set the level of noise isolation to low or high. So depending on where you are. So let's have a first listen in these. Alright, so firstly, there's a micro detail here, which is very impressive for a TWS. Definitely the bass is a bit elevated in the mix. The vocals are pretty clear in the mix. This is a more slight U with some bass elevation in terms of the overall signature. The bass is definitely prominent in the mix. And definitely, yes, I do like the clarity of the vocals in this. So even for Eric Clapton, usually Eric Clapton's vocals in other TWSs that I've heard is a bit veiled in the mix, but here it's pretty revealing in the mix. Let's try some Beat It Michael Jackson. Yes, there's some micro detail here, which is nice, especially for a TWS. So in the start of Beat It Michael Jackson, the synthesizer resolves a bit of micro detail. Separation is pretty good as well for a dynamic driver type of presentation. And again, that guitarist of Beat It has some micro detail. So this is the first thing that I noticed compared to the others that I've heard. So the micro detail is a bit more pronounced in the mix. It's really musical to listen to. It's more of a U type of shape, some bass elevation, but actually the bass elevation is not that big in the mix. This is not a super bassy TWS. So I would say even for enthusiasts, you will kind of like the listen in these. So actually this kind of reminds me of maybe my Bose QC35s in terms of the overall sound. They're not shouty to listen to. It's musical but not overly aggressive. So this is something that you can listen to for a long listening session. The positioning of the vocal, yes, it's a bit recessed in the mix but not that bad because the presentation is still quite musical, quite revealing in the mix. Alright, so here in this track, so definitely the bass elevation is really pronounced in the mix. For bass heads, this might not be for you. The bass here is not that elevated in the mix. It's prominent but not that elevated. But definitely the bass is in the boomy side of things. So this is not the tightest bass that I've heard. So there's still some fun in the sound. So this is still quite a fun kind of listen. This maybe also kind of reminds me of an Audio Technica kind of sound. So it has that cleanliness at the top, from mids to the top. But quite prominent bass at the bottom. Let's try Ariana Grande 7 Rings, some pop music. Yeah, definitely the bass here is prominent in the mix. And again, yes, the vocals are pretty good in the mix. It might have a little bit of mid-bass bleed, but I would say the placement is still pretty good in the mix. It's not your overwhelming type of bass. Let's try Get Lucky by Daft Punk. So actually the top here has pretty good body. It extends quite nicely. It has a little bit of shimmer on top. So definitely there's some fun in this TWS. It has quite okay body, but not the best bodied highs that I've heard. But what's nice in the top here is it's not overly done. But the sound here might be a bit smoother compared to your AirPods Pro. So the AirPods Pro is a little bit cleaner in the overall sound. The stage actually is above average in this. So it has a slight out of the ear kind of experience. Definitely for a TWS, this is one of the bigger ones that I've heard. Alright, so actually I'm enjoying my listen in this. So alright, so that's the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Alright, so let's try to close this thing. So actually, yes, this is the first Samsung that I have heard for a TWS. And I'm enjoying the listen in this. So I would say that, you know, this is a very likable kind of sound. Actually, for me, a very safe kind of sound as well. Anybody can just pick this up and be okay with the sound. So that's really nice on that. So yes, this might be a daily driver kind of thing for me because, as I mentioned, guys, I do like the convenience of TWSs and having pretty good sound as well for the Samsung Buds Pro. It's nice. Alright, so that's our unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. I did enjoy this. Of course, I'm gonna test it more and give you guys a full review. I'm gonna also measure this as well, so to get a better grasp on, you know, the signature and how they tune you know, their TWSs. So stay tuned for that here in the channel. This is just your first look. I do need to test this out more, maybe do some exercising here as well. So of course, if you're into that, consider subscribing. And thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt unboxing. Bye bye.